My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is November 29th, 2021, and Bitcoin is looking like it just broke out. Okay, so today, welcome to all the new subscribers. By the way, thank you for joining us. This is the best crypto technical analysis channel on YouTube, right? We primarily use Elliott wave theory, but we also make use of other kind of tools to track the price of Bitcoin as well as other cryptocurrency assets, right? Here we're going to look at what Bitcoin's doing, and we're going to look at what it did yesterday in terms of how it ended its sort of fifth wave. All right, we're going to dissect a bit of what happened in the fourth wave, at the end of the fourth wave, and in the fifth wave for learning purposes. Okay, and then we're going to quickly look at what it's doing at present, right? Why we're not trading it, why we think it will not breach $63,000, right, on the balance of probability, why this is likely to be simply a two-wave correction, and why we're trading Chainlink and what Chainlink's doing, how to get into that long trade, right? So if you like that, then stay with us until the very end. So first and foremost, let's zoom out and look at what we're looking at here. So basically, on this channel, we've been tracking Bitcoin down in these 5 Elliott waves for, let's see, I'm just going to erase some stuff because it's a bit noisy, for quite some time, ever since the top here, right, at around 69K, we were looking at 5 waves down, okay? What comes after 5 waves down? Simply put, 3 waves up, okay? Because you're always going to get 3-wave correction, whether it's WXY, WXYXZ, or an ABC simple correction, okay? So we're looking at that end. We all know that wave 1, Elliott wave 1 impulses correct as high, more than likely, right? On the balance of probability, these wave 2 retracements, so retracement of wave 1 only goes as high as the 618 Fibonacci level, right? So we don't expect Bitcoin to close a high time frame candle above $63,000. So that's the first thing. Okay, why we're not trading Bitcoin on this channel is that this is a corrective wave. It's counter trend. There is going to be an impulsive portion of this corrective wave, but first, before that, we're going to see some chop with this A and B wave, right? Do you see A and B? B can retrace A completely, if not go beyond the origination point of A, right? So we can have something like this. So this is why this is not a high probability trade. This is a dangerous trade. If you get in here and you're trying to long, you may get stopped out if your stops aren't generous enough. Okay, it can look like this, which is a simple flat correction. It can be a zigzag correction. It can also be a complex WXY. It can be a WXYXZ. We don't know. Because there's so many unknowns, this is why we're not trading Bitcoin in this 2-wave correction. I hope this is clear. All right, so we do expect some chop here in the A and B phase of this ABC. It's likely to be an ABC correction. There's going to be a lot of volatility. Basically, it's going to form a range. This is probably the top of the range that you just saw, 59K, something like that, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin stayed in this range, right? Basically between where it stopped, where it turned around 53, and the high of 59 for, I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe even. You know, it's possible. We don't know. So this is why we're not trading Bitcoin, but let's go and look at it anyway and see what it did yesterday, right? What did that fourth wave look like? Why did we miss our entries? This is how we get better, right? We continually look and see what we missed, and we learn. We look at price action and we study it, and then we backtest, right? Meaning we go back in history and we see where we've seen it before. So I've labeled a bunch of stuff. This looks crazy, but it's not as crazy. So stay with me here. This is very simple. First, actually, before I show you the labels, let's take off the labels and look at it very simply. And very simply, whoops, there we go. A little more. Okay. Let me just redo this erase. Right. Very simply put, if you zoom in, you can see very clearly that this is a Wyckoff accumulation, right? You have your primary supply, your secondary test, you have your spring, you have the breakout, right? This is a Wyckoff accumulation. Where have we seen this before? Everybody was kind of glued to that pattern in May, right? High time frame, you see the same pattern here. This is our big reversal into the B wave that we've been in, that everybody's been calling a bull run. This is the Wyckoff accumulation pattern. You have your spring right here. You have you basically, very simply, and they have a bunch of fancy labels, but you have 3 tests of the downside of the range, right? You have 3 tests, and then you have a couple tests at the top. So 1 test, 2 tests to the top of the range, and the 3rd test is a breakout. Very simply put, I think that's the simplest way to look at Wyckoff. So instead of looking at it in terms of a Wyckoff accumulation, you can simply look at it. Oh, well, I don't know if it's simple, but you can also look at it in terms of a 333 complex correction followed by a five wave impulse, okay? And in our case, we had a WXYXZ, okay? This is a 333 complex correction. The general trend of the correction is upward sloping, right? In against the direction, counter trend to the larger trend, which is down, okay? So this is a valid WXYXC. Right after, what we got was, which was really kind of confusing, because I did call this WXYXZ as soon as we got this secondary X. I was like, okay, this is a 333 forming, okay? But what I didn't know was that we were getting a diagonal, ending 5th wave diagonal, which you see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the ending 5th wave diagonals you're used to seeing look something like this, right? But here you have it where 5 is an extended wave, right? It's longer than 3. 3 is not the shortest though, so it's still valid. But this is an ending 5th wave diagonal, and this is what threw a lot of people off, okay? And after all of that, you get what you usually get in any reversal. You get an A wave, a B wave, and then a C wave, okay? Very, very, very simply. A comes up, so A, B, C, that's A. Then you have a flat correction to pivot into B, okay? A, B, C. And then you have your C wave, which is going to be wave 1 of your larger impulse, whatever that is. Okay, now let's look at the larger impulse. What's going on here? Okay, this is, again, a little bit of trickery on the part of Bitcoin, and because Bitcoin's doing it, everybody else is going to follow suit. All right, so 5 waves up, 3 waves. So we got A, B, so A, B, C, right? And let me label it because I've been told I need to label these things. A, B, C. All right, let's use white. All right, so we got A, B, and now C's forming. Now, what's C doing? C, we know, is going to be an impulsive wave, right? Now, C can be a regular impulsive wave, or it can be a diagonal. I think we're getting a diagonal. Why? If this is the start of the C wave, so this is wave 1, and this is wave 2, which is a flat correction. It's corrective, right? Let's take the fibs on wave 1 down. Let's see. Let's say it stops about here. Let's say it stops here. We can also say it stops here, but let's just be generous and say it stops here, okay? look at the levels to which wave 2 is retracing, it's completely breached the 618. What do we know about that? We know that on the balance of probability, wave 2 does not retrace beyond the 618 level unless you're printing a diagonal, or sorry, a triangle. In corrective mode, the triangle or diagonals are called triangles. In impulsive modes, they're called diagonals, okay? So this is going to be a triangle, and basically in plain English, this means Bitcoin is going to be correcting sideways. So you can expect, and because this is a corrective, we don't use numbers, we use letters, okay? So you can expect this. And a lot of people are going to get fooled by this, or we don't know what kind of triangle we're going to get. Is it going to be a barrier? It's going to be expanding, whatever. So you got to track it. But essentially, you're going to look for 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay? 3 waves in each, but 5 legs. And that is going to be the terminus. So if you're going to look for an entry, you're probably going to be looking for an entry at C or at E. Okay? So this is what Bitcoin's doing right now. Do not be fooled. Do not think that we're going to, because of what that simple sort of that simple clue of the 2-wave retracing beyond the 618. This is how powerful the Fibonacci level is. The levels are, right? Because 2 retraced way beyond the 618, it went almost touched the 786. You know that this has to be highly likely, very probable that this is a triangle correction, okay? So this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And why do we track the price of Bitcoin? Again, we're not touching Bitcoin, right? We're not trading Bitcoin. We've already determined that this was too risky. We're profitable traders here on this channel. We take high probability trades. You know, we do use high leverage from time to time, but we don't just trade willy-nilly. We don't trade corrections, right? That's suicide. That's trader suicide, because you can get anything and everything in a correction. So we don't do that. We're responsible, highly profitable, consistent, disciplined traders. Now, looking at other assets, we said we're trading Link. Why are we trading Link? Very quickly, for those of you who are new to the channel, we want to trade Link because Chainlink is going to be in an impulsive phase. Okay, wow, way too many fibs, way too much action. All right, let's zoom out just to illustrate this really quickly. I don't need this alarm mark here. So Chainlink is our favorite trade for December. Why? Because you had 5 waves up here, and then you had an A wave and a B wave that's incomplete. Okay? And we all know that B waves tend to retrace to, in flat corrections, they probabilistically retrace to the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6, between the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6 of the A wave. Okay, so here is the A wave, bottom of the A waves here. The 1 level is 53. The 1, 2, 3, 6 is 61. If we were likely to get $60, approximately a $60 link, if that's the case in this B wave, because right now B has only retraced to between the 0.5 and the 618. And in retracements of B waves, if you have a zigzag correction, you get retracements to the 0.5 to the 618. But it's very unlikely that this correction is over. Reason being, we only have 2 waves here. And let me point them out to you. Whoops, that's not what I want. We have an A wave here, and this A wave is comprised of 3 waves. And we have a B wave here. It's a flat correction, and it's comprised of 3 waves, right? And so we need one more, right? Because we all know corrections happen in threes, whether it's a double 3 or triple 3 in complex correction, or ABC simple correction. Corrections happen in threes, okay? And again, if you zoom in and you want to get particular, you'll see 1, 2, 3 in A. 1, 2, 3 in B. Do you see? And you can even zoom in and see sort of 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Or actually, that was a five wave sound, right? Because we know C gives you 5-wave sound. But anyway, this is why I'm bullish on Link for December, right? 1, 2, this ABC is just the second wave, right? I still need a third wave to the upside because this B wave was giving the counter wave to the trend, and the general trend is to the upside. And so we're trading not only something that is trending up, but also is in its impulsive phase, right? Because this ABC correction, had we traded it here, you got chopped out. Do you see? This is what Bitcoin's looking forward to. This kind of price action until it gets into the impulsive phase of its B wave correction. It's 2-wave correction because it's in a 2-wave. But see that A and B, you can get all kinds of weird price action that it's unfavorable to go one direction or another. Okay, so the question is, Dean, where is the entry for Link, right? So we already saw that Bitcoin was giving you some tricky triangle action. So zooming in, let's go on the 15-minute chart. Link is going to also give you something similar, right? So you're looking here, you have 5 waves up, you have your A wave, right, down, your B wave, or just, no, this is the B wave. Let's see. Yeah, this is the A wave, this is the B wave, okay? This is the B wave. So Link is still on the B wave. And let's see really quickly. So the A wave comes down here. B waves, yeah, between 1 and 1, 2, 3, 6. So Link's on its B wave. So expect Link to do as Bitcoin's doing. If Bitcoin is correcting sideways, expect Link to print that C wave, the impulsive part, something like this. A, B, C, D, E, something like that. It's basically, I'm anticipating a shallow correction because I'm seeing triangles. If you see triangle in the King coin, which is Bitcoin, you're likely to see triangles in other assets, okay? So just keep an eye out for a triangle correction in Link. And you want to, again, just look up triangles really quickly on Google. In terms of Elliott wave theory, there's a lot of different types of triangles. Look to see which one you're getting, right? You can have a barrier triangle. I think barrier triangles like this, right? They're all 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, five waves of 3, right? You can have them look like this. You can have them look all kinds of different ways. So based on what pattern you're getting, right, obviously you want to get in on the bottom if you're going to be longing. So just keep an eye out for that. I'm not going to necessarily, give an update for that, but just keep an eye out for a triangle correction in Link and every other asset. So personally, I'm still in an Ethereum short. I haven't taken profit on it yet. And I'm also going to be looking out for that to take profit on my short. I got stopped out on my Bitcoin short, but not yet on my Ethereum short. So Ethereum gave you A, B, right? And just like Bitcoin, it started its correction, or its C wave, right, here. But the 2-wave came and retraced way beyond what it was supposed to, right? So we know that we're likely to get also a triangle correction in Ethereum. So I'm going to look to take profit most likely at C. Okay, so that's basically it from me for today. That's Bitcoin, that's Link, that's Ethereum, that's a general trend of the market. Hope you trade safely. Hope you trade well. If you like this content, if you find value, please like the video, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.